What's up, Cake Tree Nation? Welcome to another episode of The Daily Slither. I'm your host, DraketheTruSnake, and it's Top 10 Tuesday. Now, today's list is a little different. It's Top 5. But I'm excited because this is an idea submitted by one of you guys. This is from Derek Worstiuk. I think I said your last name right. You can check him out over on his channel, Derek W14. His show is called Wrestling Talk. He talks a lot about issues that are going on that have to do with pro wrestling or things that happened and things like that. And it's all kind of fun stuff. If you're a wrestling fan, you should go check that out. He's got really good insight. Alright, so as you can tell by my shirt, my theme today is horror. So these are my top 5 Hollywood horror films. These are films made by major motion pictures that I think are kind of the best of the best. Now, this is my opinion. You guys are free to disagree. If you guys disagree, post in the comments. So here we go. Number 5, the original A Nightmare on Elm Street. This film is, for those of you who don't know, this is the original Wes Craven film starring Robert Englund, not the remake. The reason it's number 5, I know a lot of you think it's Solo, but 5, it's in my top 5 because it's such a genius idea when it came out. For those few of you who may not know, Nightmare on Elm Street is about a killer who kills teenagers in their dreams. So it's really, really interesting. It's very different for the time, and I think it had a really good suspense factor. And it had this awesome character, and the weapon they used was this glove with knives on the end of the fingers. It was pretty intense. So that's why it's number 5. Number 4, You're Next. This is one of my more recent favorite horror films. It takes a family reunion, kind of turns it on its head. This family gets together and for this big joyous reunion, but these people with animal masks show up and start killing them off. And it's kind of like a home invasion movie, but not. It's really interesting. It really makes you think as the movie goes through different twists and turns along the way. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too, or will too if you haven't seen it yet. It's one to check out. Alright, number 3, The Strangers. This is one of the more recent classics, I think, in my book. It goes back to the original formula of just people in masks creeping around, going after these people in the house. It's just creepy. There's not a lot of gore, and there's not a lot of language or things like that, but it's pure creepiness. You guys should check it out. There's some language in it, but they build it so well. It'll have you wondering what goes around the next corner. That's why I really love it. Number 2, Cabin in the Woods. A lot of y'all are probably agreeing with me right now. Why isn't this number 1? I'll get to number 1 in just a sec. It's number 2 because it takes the horror genre and kind of turns it on its head, because it explains all the quote-unquote cliches in horror films, like why there's always there's always certain types of teenagers, how it plays out, all this different stuff. It's really interesting. They try to explain what's going on behind the scenes of all this stuff, and it's really interesting because it blends horror and comedy really well to make it just really crazy. But really entertaining. I hope you guys check that out. If you haven't already, you probably should. If you haven't yet, then go out and get it right now. Go check it out. It's also on Netflix. Go check it out. They're awesome films. Alright, my number 1 all-time favorite horror film is the original John Carpenter's Halloween. Now, a lot of y'all are looking back and what are you talking about? These are all different. Again, my opinion. But the reason I love this film is this movie kind of inspired me to get into the movies that we do. It's kind of the basis of what quote-unquote slasher films are. It's built mostly on suspense. The character doesn't, the killer is just this shape that goes around chasing these babysitters. Now, a lot of y'all are thinking, oh, that's every horror film. But this one was really well done because the acting was great in it, the story was really good, the character development worked, and also it's just an old-fashioned, just scary movie. This is one of the few movies that I've seen that really scared me at one point, and I love it because it didn't have a lot of the things that we have now, but it just built that, it just had the suspense that we all look for. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my list. Feel free to post your list or movies that didn't make the list that you think should have been there down in the comments, or you can email me your suggestions. As you can see, I take suggestions for any of my videos, any of these episodes. So you can email me at thedailyslither@gmail.com, and I read all these emails. I will go through, I will make sure I use as many of them as I can. And if you have questions for Tips and Thoughts Thursday coming up, if you have somebody I should interview for Friendly Friday, maybe an idea for whatever Wednesday. It's kind of whatever. So if you have a random idea, let me know. I would love to do it. Alright guys, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, and I'll see you. Have a great night. Peace out. Remember, Bruce!
Come and kick it with the team. The party's over here. Let me show you what I mean.